the last Wednesday of every month. So welcome again. Thanks for joining us tonight. So we believe time is your greatest asset, and thanks again for joining us. I'd like to go ahead and read some housekeeping rules. So first of all, this meeting will be recorded and posted online. So if you wanted to watch it again, if you missed something, you can go back and watch it. Second, I'd like to ask everyone to please mute your mics to minimize distractions for our speakers tonight and for everyone else. Third, if you have any questions, please post them in the chat and we'll answer them during the Q&A portion of the presentation. Lastly, please stick around after the presentation as we go into breakout sessions. Networking, right? Networking is very important here. I've been learning in real estate investing. So join us at the top of the hour to network with like-minded individuals in the real estate investment world. And big disclaimer here is for information only. So sit back, enjoy, take in the information. And I'd like to ask you guys for a small fee. So if you find value tonight in what we do, please let a friend or family member know about us and our monthly meetup. And I'll just go into my introduction here. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Gil Kolaiah. I am a advisor with WNN Properties, where we are a mentorship and consulting company for real estate investors that are wanting to learn out-of-state investing. So for myself, I am still working a regular 9-to-5 job. I work for the local utility here and continue to grow my real estate portfolio for passive income to get to that ultimate goal, retirement and time freedom. So yeah, just a little bit about me. Now I'd like to turn it over to my co-host, Brandon Robbie.
Right on. Thank you, Gil. And thank you everyone for hopping on to tonight's Westside Meetup. And just like Gil, I'm an active real estate investor in residential space. I'm also an advisor with WNN Properties and also the mentor in that company. And then also co-host with Gil on this meetup, along with our in-person meetup, Real Estate at the Park. And, not here tonight is our other co-host, Rod Baker. He's out serving our country. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to him. But thank you guys for coming here. If you guys aren't already connected with us, we do have a Facebook group. So go ahead and like and join our Facebook group. You can stay up to date with everything happening within Westside Meetup, Real Estate at the Park, and WNN Properties. We also have an email list. So depending on how you got onto this call right here and registered for it, you can get weekly or not weekly, but reminders straight to your email. So long as you send us an email to westsiderealestatemeetup@gmail.com. It should be in the chat in a moment. And then also we have a YouTube channel. So we post all the recordings of this meetup on that YouTube channel. You can go back, watch different recordings, talk, listen to other people and all that. We also do have a roster tonight that we got like 38 people right now tonight on the call. And as we go into breakout rooms later on, like Gil was saying, you may not be able to meet everybody. And that breakout or that roster just allows you to put some of your information in there so that you can or we can share it with other people that are here on the call, and you can share what you're looking for, if you need private money or if you're looking for a deal or if you need just somebody to brainstorm with. And you can also share what your strengths are, right? If you're great at underwriting or if you're a great networker or whatever it is, you can share that in there as well. And then you can connect with other people here. All right. And yeah, so if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Robbie. And tonight we have a special guest. We've got Kolaiah Fuzzy Jardine. And as a very brief introduction, because I don't want to take up too much of what he's going to share about himself, but I've gotten to meet him not too long ago and interact with him. And he's a really cool, humble guy. He's just always wanted to add value. He's always wanting to just share knowledge, and he's a really cool guy. Born and raised out here on Oahu, Waimanalo, also grew up on the Big Island with his grandparents. Used to be a pro surfer, I believe, as well, which is pretty cool too. But now he's doing ground up construction, helping local families here in the state, just providing quality, affordable housing. So without further ado, I want to bring up Fuzzy, and he can share more about ground up construction and all that he does. What's up, Fuzzy? Welcome to Westside Meetup.
Westside, what's up, gangy? How you guys doing? Can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Thumbs up. Right on. So yeah, I mean, I'm stoked to be part of this Zoom call tonight. I appreciate everybody. I know, like you said, time is a precious value, and you guys spending time with us. So thank you for joining us tonight. And my hopes is for you guys to get as much value as you can from myself. I've been in the real estate industry as far as my first project was done in like 2014, and I ended up veering into the development part of real estate. So I'm a real estate developer. I've been doing it since 2000. Well, I started my real estate career in 2013, and so far I've done well over 100 fix and flips and brand new builds. And currently, right now, we are going 30 plus deep on projects, whether it's on Big Island or on Oahu. I am currently building one of the few that are building affordable housing here on the Big Island for local families. So, yeah, stoked to be part of this Zoom, and please write down your questions and then we can answer them after. And I guess we can probably share my screen. Brother
Fuzzy, did you want me? Okay. Yep. Coming right up.
Yeah. No worries. Okay, affordable housing with new construction. I know Oahu, Maui, and Kauai is a little bit tougher to build brand new builds, but if you do your homework and you do your research, and you either team up with people that's experienced, you might have to put up a little bit more on Oahu, but the end result, of course, might not be affordable. Still, you're gonna be able to build wealth. Oahu, a little bit more challenging on affordable side, and that's why a lot of people do house hacking or get together with their family members or friends to purchase homes to make it affordable for themselves, to put a roof over their head or to flip and make extra income. But I would recommend looking into apartments or studio or condos if you're brand new to this. Whoever's on here that's brand new, it's an easier way to get your foot in the door and learn the process. Okay, next slide. All right, who's fuzzing up? You guys heard who I am. I'm the twinkle toe guy on the Big Island. I'm gonna be showing you guys the steps that I use to build affordable housing tonight. And then I'm gonna go over some pictures, and then we can go over questions when you guys are ready for that. Next. So in life, right? Like for me and my family, I wish I had a picture, but I don't. My family is my wife, my daughter, my two daughters, and my son, and my wife. And not only that, my extended family, right? My cousins, my uncles, my aunties, everybody that's involved. The reason why we got involved with real estate is because we wanted to create generational wealth for not only our family, my family, but also help our families as well. So just keep in mind the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I grew up without, right? I grew up without electric, without telephone until I was 10. I had a humble beginning. So my why is not to have my kids or my grandkids have to go through what I went through. And it was burning enough to stop working for someone else and getting paid with the W-2. So before I started real estate, I had 3 jobs. I was a window cleaner. I was a surfing instructor, and I was a valet driver. So with that, I was able to save some money, build my credit, and what I did was I paid for my education. And the first coaching program that I signed up with was Fortune Builders. So when I sat down with them and they asked me the same question, what is your why? Why are you getting involved with real estate, or why you want to be part of, Fortune Builders? And my wife and I had to sit down and really think about it. And one was spending quality time with our family, living a financially free life, being able to travel. So your why is super important. And if your why is so burning hot, you will not let anybody stop you from obtaining it. And you do whatever it takes. And that's what I did. I paid money that wasn't mine. I borrowed the money to pay for the education. And it put me in front of you guys today, sharing what I learned throughout the journey that I've been going through. So check. Next one. So opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming, right? So in the real estate business, I mean, there's opportunities all over the place. It's just knowing where to look, networking, right? And always on the being alert. So when the next bus is coming, right? Not always on your phone. But okay, next. Okay, here's the meat and potatoes. So on the Big Island is probably the last place that, and in the Puna area, and it's about 15 to 20 minutes away from the airport, Hilo Airport. But you can take what I'm gonna share tonight in anywhere, like KC. You can go to KC and find the right people, right? Find the right location. Location is important. Whether you look into get involved with brand new builds or even fix and flips, it's the same thing. Always looking what your market is. And then number two would be finding the properties right in that location, whether it's going to a real estate agent who can find you properties on the MLS, a broker, or a wholesaler would be a good person to contact. Like I've had many wholesalers contact me, and they still contact me and ask if I'm interested in properties. Um, Direct mail, where I went on the county website, pulled off the people's names, mailed them letters, and then people responded. I've done cold calling, and then also through building relationships. People know, hey, the guy Twinkle Toes builds houses on the Big Island. If we can, ask him a question, maybe he wants to pick up this property that somebody wants to sell. So that's how some of the deals I was able to gain throughout this my journey. Okay, so you want to also, like, the real estate agent is important, because the real estate agent can give you all the comparables, right? She can give you the end numbers. When I do my numbers, I always go into a neighborhood and look if the numbers work at the end. So I always go reverse. Okay, here's what a 3-bedroom 2-bath sells for, 350. And then I reverse engineer. I go to all my contractors, my subs, and then I look at how much the land will cost. And if they're like, I always try to put 80 to 100K profit on top of my all-in costs. And that's what I always look into. You always want to put what you call a budget of what you need to make at the end to make sense. If it goes past, so say if it goes under, say, 80 grand and goes into like 60 or 50, I'll pass up on the deal if or the lead if it goes past that. So I try to keep my profit potential at 80 to 100K for it to even make sense. Um, and then once you get your plan, right, the location, you putting offers to a real estate agent or directly to whomever brought you the deal or the lead. And then you start your writing, which I was mentioning, going with either contractors, your cost line item, how much you buy in a lot, and all the list of things that you need to do to build. Um, and then of course you're gonna need to go with someone that does the planning for you and also routing the plans for you. So where I go to is a one-stop shop is HPM. HPM is also on Oahu, Maui, and Kauai. So they have offices there where they have planning department where you can go and buy the plans from them. And they also sell packages that you can purchase from them. But what my team does, we use we use a pre-approved package that the county approves, and the plans come out pretty quickly. And it's not as time-consuming as Oahu. And then once you get that done with the planning part, like HPM, we pay for the plans, and then they'll submit it with the county. And once you own the property, before you own the property, you already want to plan to let your build go faster by having all your contractors in place. So as soon as you own the property, you're already having someone the person to come clear the property, come form, do all the forming, because I do all brand new builds on concrete, on what you call, I build my houses on concrete. So you want to plan everything on a schedule prior to you purchasing the lot so that you're not waiting, and you always want to order all your materials at a time because that can hold up your project. And of course, you got inspections during the process of building, and then you're gonna go and market to sell, right? You can always like put stuff on social media or work with the real estate agent to pre-market your homes, which I've done in the past and present, and then you sell your home and then you repeat the process. The reason why I'm here on the Big Island is because land prices are I don't know, how much is a Raptor truck? A Ford. How much is one of those? About 80 or to 100K, right? So we can buy a acre here on the Big Island for about 70 to 100K. On Oahu, an acre of land would be what, 2 million, 1 million, 2 million. Maui the same, right? Kauai the same. So that's one of the reasons why I put all my money here, because it's the last place that's affordable, and then I still can keep costs low to sell these homes to local families. And I've consistently been doing it since 2000. And I started my career in 2013, but I started doing the builds in about 2014. And I keep repeating the process, and all I'm doing is I'm building the same house over and over and over and over. So our all-in costs, you can flip the thing. Where I have a spreadsheet. Can you like scroll it open so people can see it, or can everybody see it? Can you guys zoom in? Oh, well, I think everyone can zoom in on the. So anyway, this one project that we just recently sold, I think at the beginning of the year, we sold it to a single mom at 350,000. It was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and we sold it to her for $350,000. It appraised, I think, at like 380 or 390. So she got equity. Plus, I think we're in escrow with her at about 365 or something, and then we gave her buyer's credit. So this Puamelia house is the house that I've been building for years. And you know, when you guys want to come back and watch this video again, at least you can scroll to this and pause and look at all the numbers of you know, the costs. The purchase cost of the lot was about 30 grand. With all the fees came out to about 33,000. And then the rehab cost was all in 230,850 for the build. And then what was our all-in, Gil, over there? Total? 280, 380, 280, or I think it was in like 250, 260, somewhere around. So 253 the total, down below, low. And our total profit was about 60. This is a rough estimate. We made way more because we used hard money on this project, but we still gave the single mom something that's affordable. She actually came from the west side. She bought the home. She transferred her job to the Big Island, and she was super, super duper happy. And we were happy to hand the keys over to her. So yeah, you can switch them. Doing pretty good on time. You can so this is just pictures of how things look. As soon as you purchase the lot, you want to make sure when you in escrow, you try to have the pin finder find the pins of the property here on the big end, because there's not too many homes, it's all bushes, so the pins are buried. So in order for you to find your exact boundary lines, you want to hire a pin finder that's certified, or a surveyor to find the pins for you, so that you know that you are clearing the correct lot. Okay. So as soon as you buy the lot, set the timing for the bulldozer, and then now you can switch, clear the lot, and then you see the slab on the left side. We start the forming, plumbing, roughing, electrical, like if you got to put like conduits and stuff. And then you dig the septic. I'm not too sure if the septic is on the right side. You dig the septic because up here you got to dig septic. You don't tie into city and county because it's more of a rural area. And then once you get your slab, prior to you pouring concrete, you get inspector. So there's like 3 inspections on the Big Island. One before you pour, one before you close up the walls with the drywall, and then the final inspection once the house is done. So after the slab is done, you go into your framing. So you want to time everybody and have everybody on schedule. And Keone has one of the best scope of works I've ever seen. So I'm pretty stoked to try and see how I can work with him on his scope of work, if he can help help me. My scope of work is all in my head. So so Gil, you can. So these are like after you do all the rough in, plumbing and electrical when the framing's in, then you close up drywall, and then you do the finished carpentry, which is the floors, the cabinets, all the fixtures, and then switch the Gil, and done deal. So this is one of the package homes. Well, the plans that I've been building since 2014. This was my first house that I did with the developer that I met, and this was my first home that started my journey. We actually bought the lot for, hey buddy, you go ahead, take care. We bought the lot for 20,000, and then we were all in 165,000 on this house. It's a 2,200 square foot home, and we ended up selling it at 265. And I do have proof of that too. So, but back then it was way cheaper. Now it's way different. Now these houses are selling in the mid 5s to low 6s, but it's on an acre lot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, like brand new house. So way different prices than Honolulu. and you get way more value for your money. Which is, to me, is way more affordable. A house like this in Honolulu would be in the millions for sure. And then you. So how you guys can get in touch with me? I'm starting to do coaching, but this is how, as far as for like the brand new stuff. And you can reach out to me through my email address right there on Instagram. I'm at HIFuzz. Also, I have another one on Puka Pockets, right? Puka_Pockets. Facebook is Kolaiah Fuzzy Jardine. TikTok is at Hi Fuzzy. And then I get on website, but it's not doing anything. But I'm currently working on fuzzy.com. So I'll have houses that I'm working with a web designer to post all my houses that I'm currently working on, and that's gonna be coming to the market. I hope that brings value. I hope you guys have some questions that I can answer. But yeah, I mean, I've been lately, the houses, I have one on the market. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath that's under 300K. I think we're in escrow at $280,000 on an 8,000 square foot lot. 2-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,300 square feet, I think total, 800 square foot living. But it's definitely, to me, that's affordable, an affordable price, because it's Honolulu. No way you would get that price. Big Island, I think, is the last place we can find land that's still cheap now, and almost like KC prices. But yeah, I appreciate
Right on.
you
Thank you,
guys
Fuzz.
having me on. Thank you.
You want to jump into some questions?
Yeah.
All right. So you might have covered it, but I just want to make sure we go over it. So Marla asked, how did you get the cash needed to buy and build your first property?
Okay, yeah. So the first, because I was brand new, I didn't know nothing, but I was part of a coaching program, the Fortune Builders. So a lot of the network meetups you go to get numbers, because those rooms like this, what we're doing right now, there's some people on here that got funding, right? But it's the number one thing is finding the deal. That's the trick, is if you have a deal, the money will come. So what happened was I listened to my coaches, and I posted an ad on Craigslist, Fuzzy Buys Houses, and the developer called me. So he called me and said, "Hey, you buy houses?" I said, "Yeah, I buy houses, cash." But I didn't have no cash. But I had a coach that had the cash, right? So I teamed up with the coaches that I was working with, and that's how you can find the funding. Not only that, you can also find funding through like Facebook, right? Instagram. There's a lot of groups on there, the real estate groups that you can communicate. So always network, because you just never know your neighbor, your family member, your cousin, your uncle. Somebody has money that's willing to put on the line and help you with your project. But it's good to network with someone that's experienced.
I agree. It's crazy how much money is out there floating around, right? But like you
Yeah.
said, if you got a good deal, you should be able to get the funding, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Donney asked, so you're talking about your profits, right? He said, do you pass on 50, 60,000 deals because it's not worth your time? Or does that range have potential to go backward?
When I do my homework up front, we always look at 100K and we pull the trigger, right? If the lead turns into that, we pull the trigger. Now with this change of interest rates, nothing we could do. I was already into these projects, right? I had 3 projects that I used Kiko Capital's funding. 2 of them went through, and then the last one we had to extend, because what happened was it went into escrow and the first time, and then what happened was we went all the way to the end, and then the buyer couldn't prove where he got the earnest money deposit. So that one fell out. Then we had to put it back on market, and then that's what happened. It extended. So
So it just
But
depends.
I wouldn't like, so my profit potential came down even less during the at the end of the project. So we ended up getting about about 50 to 40K on each house on those ones, yeah. Because the market changed. Plus we was using hard money.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But 50, yeah, but like 50K, I mean that's a good amount of profit, you know. But it's really on what your threshold or what the risk you're willing to take.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Um, Janice asked, what is HBM? What does that stand for?
Oh, HPM is the material housing, like HPM building supply.
Okay.
It's a building, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Gotcha. So
Yeah, and you
HP.
can
Yeah.
HPM, you can go on top of their website and have all the houses like HPM building supply, and then they have houses that they market package homes on Oahu too.
Right on. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Chris asked, do lava zone designations play a role in your location search or
Oh
budgeting?
yes. Good question. And yes, Big Island goes from lava zone 1 to 10. The higher the lava zone, less risk. I would stay out of lava zone 1 and 2. So I only do anything in lava zone 3 and up. The reason why lava zone 1, Pele gonna get you. The lava is right in line. Insurance is expensive, and banks don't loan on that area. Lava zone 2, insurance is expensive, and not much. There's not too many banks that would loan in that area. Insurance, also, right, the coverage is higher to cover the home.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. This next one is kind of long. It's from Kai. So he asked, what are some key things you look for in a property on the Big Island? I understand that water, septic, and also electricity is different from Oahu in terms of how houses receive those utilities. What are major differences would I need to know to analyze deals on Big Island that people from outer islands don't know when investing in real estate?
Yeah,
What are the differences?
So most of these areas are rural, right? That I'm building in. It would be good to connect with a reputable agent that works out here that can give you the right areas to invest in, or like the person can tell you, hey, look, this is not a good area. They can give you information on what your budget is, what you're looking for, and like an agent can tell you a lot that's really good. Like, so Jade, I work with Jade Halama, and she's a really good here on the Big Island. But because I grew up here, it's always good to know someone like myself, because I can tell you, right? So if you message me, hey Fuzzy, I'm looking at this area, I'd be willing to help you. Like everybody that's on here, you can message me anytime. I'm not I'm a person of abundance of wealth. I share. I wouldn't want you to be buying something that you know that you're not happy with. And like, regardless, Big Island, if you just fixing and flipping, or you just buying and selling, like the areas is those areas that's good is important, because you don't want to be sitting too long. So the areas that you're gonna fix and hold, that place really doesn't matter. So yeah, I mean, any questions you have, like, message me anytime, like whatever areas, if you looking to invest on the Big Island. But anywhere that's lava zone 3, I look at. And then 2, just depending on what you're looking to do. Like if you're looking to do a brand new build, like there's a lot of variables, but it's always good to connect with a good real estate agent, right? And always good have a good contractor too, a good contractor that will help you run your numbers as well. Does that kind of answer? I mean, you can, if you have more questions, you can hit me up on my Instagram page.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good, right? Leveraging the team, leveraging the experts on the ground, other experienced
Right.
investors. So yeah, no, that's good
Yeah,
tips.
yeah. Like in KC, WNN, like I would come to you guys because you guys have a trustworthy guy. CJ is over there. Now they brought a man from Waimanalo, right? Sean is over there. So who I gonna hit up? I'm gonna hit him up. Hey, I like spend some money over there. Where's a good area, right? He would help me.
Right, exactly.
Just like me, I would help you guys if you have questions of whatever area you're looking to invest on the Big Island.
Cool. All right. So, and by the way, if you're not connected with Fuzzy already on Instagram, it's at High Fuzz. Okay. Leah has a question. So, like right now, based on what you're seeing, as far as purchasing lots, are there still lots available for 30K or so, or what are you seeing right now? And then how are you finding them?
Yeah, MLS. I just
Really,
whatever's
on the
on the
market?
MLS.
Okay.
Yeah. All my deals, majority of my deals have been, I would say 90% of my deals have come from the MLS.
Oh, okay. Okay. And then that's where you bring in the agent, right? And how you leverage her and she
Yeah.
finds these things. Okay.
She puts me on a drip email every day. There's, list comes in that people put stuff on the market. And in fact, she just texted me, which was really good news. Like right now in one of the areas that we're building, she said there's only 7 brand new builds on the market in the area that we're building right now. 60 total, right? So that number is low.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there is definitely, even if the interest rates are high, these houses are gonna go,
Yeah. You got demand. Okay.
right? So
Nice. Okay. All right. So they're still available for roughly 30 grand and you're getting them from your
yeah,
agent. Yeah.
so they're like third. Okay, so different areas. Like, I mean, there's so much areas though. That's the thing. Like, it's there's so much areas for people to either buy and hold and keep them, right, or eventually build something for their family, which I would love for you guys to do. But if you're investors, like most of the people that's on here, you're gonna buy, build, and flip, or either buy, build, and hold and rent to local families. I hope, but
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of local families, so Kanda asked, how do you ensure that the final buyer is local and does that create any legal discrimination?
no, we give locals first crack, right? We have multiple homes that come onto the market, and we ask our agent, hey, look, whoever comes and comes and sees our houses and they're looking to purchase the homes, we want to make sure we try and give our locals first crack. But if they cannot, we know that we have multiple houses coming up in the future. When they're ready, they can come back, and purchase from us. So we not only sell to locals, like we have sold to, people that's from out of state as well.
Hmm. So is it like your agent just kind of filters them out, I guess, before you even see it
True, no,
or?
like is the people local, like and then if we find out they're local and we hear their story, right? And that's where we come in. Okay, we don't have to make 100K, we'll make 80K, and then we give credit or give credit back to the buyer that's local.
Gotcha.
Because we want to try and keep as many local, no like discrimination. Like we're not opposed to selling to out of state buyers, but we want to try to keep as much locals as we can here, because there's plenty of opportunity here for everyone on this island. Because there's thousands and thousands of lots that's available that's just vacant land.
Sure. All right. We have time for maybe one more question, then we're going to jump into investor spotlight. And then if we have a little bit more time afterwards, we'll maybe do 1 or 2 more questions. How does that sound, Fuzzy? Does that work? All right.
Perfect.
So last question here from Troy. What is the square foot of the house, the Puna houses you mentioned, and then the price per square foot to build on Big Island?
So the price per square foot for a general contractor is anywhere from like 165 is the low end to anywhere past 200 per square foot. My typical home is 1,200 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, or 3 bedroom, 3 bath.
Gotcha.
And the total square footage is about 1,800, almost 1,800 square feet. 1716, sorry, 1716 is the square footage total under roof.
And then that cost per square foot, does it depend on what part of the island you're in, or is it generally the same across the whole island? Same.
Kilo, you'll get way more cheaper prices because there's plenty unlicensed guys that can do the same thing as a general contractor does. Then Kona. Kona's like Honolulu or worse. You're in the 250, 300 per square foot over there, like
Okay.
Honolulu prices.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, and the septic tanks that I'm paying in Hilo or in Puna is 8,500. In Kona, it's 20 or 30 grand to install a septic. So big
Jeez.
price difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Cool. Gil, you got any last things?
I mean, no, good stuff, Fuzzy. Thanks for sharing. But at this moment, I'd like to, transition over to, our investor spotlight. I'll be coming back to you in a little bit, Fuzzy, but I'd like to transition over into, our investor spotlight. So it's tonight is Donney Ito and Marissa Andres, and I'll let them take it away. Go for it, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for having me. Stoked to be here, and I know everybody's here for Fuzzy and the Big Island information, so I try to keep this short so we can get back to it. But just to introduce myself, my name is Donney. I am a Burr investor out in Kansas City, Missouri, and I wouldn't be able to do everything I've been doing without REI Charge and the WNN community. So I feel like it's a great place to start investing into buy and hold properties and just learning the process. And my number one goal this year is to build a track record and do some deals and maybe hopefully move markets in the future and replicate the process in a market I would like to travel to. So in the past 2 months, me and Sauce, my partner, we were able to close 2 deals. We're on our second project right now, and we just got our first one rented out. So, man, it's been a rough journey before we got into WNN. We were a part of different communities, and I like my Gil knows I was in many different markets, focusing on all different types of things. And as soon as I started focusing on one thing, which was the Kansas City market, like things started to take off. But I'll leave it at that. Sauce, take it over.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone on here. I have been involved in real estate with Donney since last year, but like he said, we really didn't take off until this year, pedal to the metal. And we found the market and we found the community that really helped us take off. And honestly, I'm so happy that it is a lot of people from Hawaii because we just connect differently. Even though I'm in the mainland, we definitely connect with a lot of Hawaii people. We have the same values. So very, very grateful that the WNN community and the REI Charge, just everyone, it's a lot of value from home. But I just can't wait to obtain more this year and, be able to obtain that financial freedom. I think our why or like our individual whys are just so important with family. So yeah.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, I mean, I got the privilege to know Donnie, get to know Donnie and Sasha a little bit better during our most recent Kansas City trip. We had some late nights, and they ended up calling me Dr. Gil after one of the sessions. Um, but yeah, I mean, they are a power couple. They are up and rising, and they are crushing it. So yeah, thank you guys for that investor spotlight. I think we have room for one more question. I'll go ahead and pick Bill Gibson's question. He's asking Fuzzy, what is the average time frame from finished build to being sold?
So, on a good year, I would say 6 to 8 months, right? With this market, it's more like 8, 9 months, if everything's all in place. Could be faster, but you got to have a team that is on it. Yeah. Because
Nice.
what takes the longest is the purchase. That takes about 45 to 45 days at minimum, 60 at the most. So that's 2 months you waiting. Then the build takes about 3 months, right? Three months. That's 5 right there, maybe 4. And then to sell, right, is 60 days. Big Island, depending if it's a bank or FHA loan, or it's been taking about 60 days to close. But we're seeing maybe 30 days houses sitting on market on some of our homes, and some of them have been, like 1 week, 2 weeks, and just depends on the timing of the market.
Nice. And Fuzzy, I'd like to ask, before, I'm pretty sure you've had some builds where it's already been sold before you
Yes.
finished building the property.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
See that? And like you just said, there's only 60 new builds on the market, and there is, interest in it out there on the Big Island. So good on you, man. You're doing good stuff out there. Appreciate what
Thank
you're
you.
doing for the local people, man. And I'd like to thank you again for coming on and presenting tonight.
Thank you.
Really, really awesome stuff. Brandon, did you have any last minute questions for Fuzzy here?
Yeah, a ton. But I want to respect Fuzzy's time and everybody else's time. And just really quick again, Fuzzy, like what are the best ways people can get in touch with you? Was it Instagram or something else?
Yeah, Instagram is the best way. Or they can email at hifuzz@gmail.com. Pretty soon. I'm working on fuzzyjardine.com website right now. Should be up in a couple months, probably a month or so, and at least they can get funneled in and get go into my sales funnel.
I hear
But
you.
no,
Okay.
I bring a lot of value to everyone that comes across or meets me, and I just want to keep continuing the spreading of aloha, and just helping people that have the drive that I had when I was ready to get involved with real estate. So
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, like Gil said, we really appreciate you coming on, sharing your knowledge. Just, yeah, I've experienced you in person, humble guy. So thank you for just adding value to Westside Meetup. So appreciate you.
thank you.
All right. Now this, we're going to transition into the next part of our meetup, which is where we go into smaller breakout rooms and really discuss, what we're working on and network with one another. Cause that's the other reason why we're here, right? Not only just learning about ground up construction and getting to hear from Fuzzy, but also meeting other investors, meeting people in the space. And Fuzzy talked about it too, right? Talking to people, getting funding if you got a project going on and whatnot. And we're going to jump into that in just a second. But before we do, I did want to just share some announcements again. And so next week on July 14th, Friday, here on Oahu, we have Real Estate at the Park. That's where myself, Gil, will be hosting an in-person meetup. It's totally free. All levels of investing are welcome. You can show up. We'll be there at 6 p.m. We're going to break out into groups as well, just like how we're about to do right now. And again, network, get to know one another and see how we can support one another. So that's happening on July 14th. That's Friday, 6 p.m., Waiau District Park. And then, tomorrow, I'm actually going to be doing a webinar on out-of-state investing. So if you want to hop onto that, it's just really how I got my first property in 90 days and how you folks can as well. You can head over to challenge.wnnproperties.com, register there. And then next month in July, Westside Meetup, that's going to take place on the last Wednesday, like we do every month, 6 p.m. on July 26th. So make sure you register on Zoom for that. That way you get the link, and you also get the reminders. So you can go ahead and do that. The other thing I wanted to remind you folks as well is if you aren't